And we're back.
What's going on, everybody? Glad to
Ryan's
be back. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again.
No more people axing your cables outside your house.
Don't get me started.
All right, we won't do that.
It was
Unfortunately,
great.
Maxine is not with us this evening, but we'll see
Or
what we
next
can do
week.
for you. Yeah, or next week either. But
So the star of the show is gone. It's the supporting cast, and we apologize.
I know I'll have to put up just with us for now. But we'll see what we can do to make it entertaining for our multitudinous viewership that we
That's
garner
right.
each week.
Hey, but we appreciate all of you guys.
Very much. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
Yes, how's your week been? We haven't. I know it's only Monday, but we didn't see you last week, so there has been an entire week that has passed.
Yeah, there has been an entire week. It has been a good week. We are still trying to get settled into the new place. But you know what? Anytime I'm not in a garage, it's 185 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm happy with that. So
Yeah. Well, we
we'll
do
take
have
this.
to point out the new games behind you.
Yes, got the consoles. I've got the Mortal Kombat series, the 1-Up arcade stuff. Not a classic one. I have a classic retro one I got my eye on, but we don't have it tied down yet.
I lost so much of my teenage years playing Mortal Kombat.
Well, then you'd probably kick my butt. It actually has Mortal Kombat 3, and it has the tournament mode set up on it, which is great. So you have an 8-person tournament.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. So enjoy that. And then this guy over here, this is the it's got 12 games. It's got Galaga, Crystal Caverns, Asteroids, Millipedes, Centipede. It's got all the stuff. So really like this guy. My daughter loves playing Crystal Caverns. Or Crystal Castle, sorry. Crystal Caverns is an old PC game. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun having my 5-year-old fall in love with arcade units, which
No, nice.
before COVID, we used to go to the barcade here. Like, it was like a family restaurant till 9 o'clock. We would turn to a bar after 9. And so we'd go. There's pinball machines, and so she loves all that stuff. Yeah, no, it's been fun. I've been enjoying getting that set up.
What's going on, Rushback?
What's up, Rush?
I know. Oh, I did. Those of you in the streaming world, Elgato come out with a new product. Their own ring light. Yeah. So if you're using something like a newer ring light, such as myself, that flickers a little bit and can't possibly know what color setting it's on, and it also does not connect to a stream deck, you now have an option. I think I looked up the circumference, about 17 inches, which is a little smaller than some of the ones people use, but not by much. So, and it is desk mounted,
Nice.
which is excellent.
So, Jeremy, I like to point out too, I didn't realize this. You are now in a new setup as well.
I am in a new setup. I have taken over our master bedroom.
Oh wow! Did you get rid of somebody for that?
Yep.
I know the answer to that's no. I was just being silly. So
It's house rearranging for children. So
yeah, well, I know all about that, my friend. That's why I was in the
I know.
garage for so long. So
how's your week going, Rush? We're just chilling. We got a few gaming news and stuff to talk about, but this is going to be a pretty relaxed stream. So, but as always, if you have any questions for us about the courses or anything else going on in the gaming or film world, feel free to let us know.
in the universe.
Yeah.
As always, I know that I have not been here for a while, so I'm sure, because I watched a little bit, I know that there was not some mention of it. But if you happen to have Amazon Prime on Twitch Prime, Bridge Destructor, Cube 2, speedrunners from Hockey Sticks are now free on for the free games. So go grab those if you have Twitch Prime. Get you some free games. Treat yourself.
Yeah. No, I just finished watching Big Hero 6. An excellent film.
Yeah? What's up, John Skull?
For the streamers also, if you're in need of music, Stream Beats has dropped a bunch of new different genres now. So I think there was like a couple hundred new songs that they put up, which are free to use for Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Without having to worry about a copyright strike.
Which is always helpful, or having giant silent sections in your stream.
Yep. So I know we've been hit by a couple, not copyright strikes, but copyright claims with point play trailers and stuff. So if you are trying to actually monetize your channel, unlike us who are just doing it for your enjoyment, yeah, they're definitely a good thing to use.
Yeah, if you don't care about monetizing your channel, then it's fine. Do whatever you want.
Yep. Stream Beats makes money off of you playing it on Spotify and any other platform. So
yeah, basically, if Jeremy and I are, let's just say we're indie artists, right? And we're trying to get the benefit for us being on that is discoverability as an artist, and then they make the money because then you're streaming it. So I think every 100, roughly, these numbers aren't totally public, but roughly every 100 streams of a song is worth 7 cents. So that's kind of how that works out. So if you have 10,000 streamers, playing your music, well, that starts adding up.
Yep. Well, the guy that makes it, he's a Twitch streamer and YouTuber, Harris Heller. And I just think he does good work. I'm not paid by him, or I don't even know him or anything. But basically,
we like to be transparent here.
yeah. We have nothing to do with him. I just think it's a good service. He's very transparent. He did a video on the Stream Beats.
On transparency, we are paid by CG Spectrum.
Yes, we are paid by CG Spectrum. Yes. So if you don't know, and this is all public, he started investing, I think he said in January-ish of this year. So he finds indie artists and pays them to create these songs for him. And he put them all together and released them for free. So he started his own company, which his own label that these are all released under. And he owns all the rights to all of them. And I think he mentioned putting in I don't know, somewhere between $30,000 to $40,000 he invested in getting all these songs created. And now he just turned a profit, he said. So he's making
that's actually pretty good.
He's making about $30,000 a month off of it.
That's a pretty amazing investment.
So he's doing okay.
I'm in the wrong business. Oh wait, I used to be in the music business, so don't miss that.
Yeah.
I don't miss the music business.
Yeah, he does. It's pretty interesting actually, because obviously I'm pretty new to the streaming world. He's been working. He had a pretty successful music career, and then when Vine went down, I think the whole thing tanked. And he restarted streaming 2 years ago, and just this year, it really caught on. So he's got about 1,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch, usually twice a week. And then he's got 250,000 YouTube followers. So he said between YouTube and Twitch, he makes about 20 to 30,000 a month. And now with Stream Beats, he makes another 30,000 a month. This is all public, by the way. He shares all of this, so he's now up to 60,000 a month.
Throwing that cash around, guys. Props to him.
Yep. I mean, there's still the top streamers are making millions of dollars. So
yeah, no. I mean,
he's doing all right. Yeah.
I mean, when I stream, I have 10 concurrent viewers, so
right.
on a good day.
So yeah, he's doing well with that, and then he usually invests a lot of it back. So the Stream Beat stuff, he just gave it away. Obviously, it's paying off for him, but it's also a nice service for other people doing things. So
it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah, he tries to provide worthwhile stuff. He does a lot of the typical reviews and things, but a lot of it is about helping other streamers improve their streams.
I agree. World Order. You're not wrong, but it's not about that actually. It's just about we don't want someone to think that we're just hacking product. For example, we happen to love chairs in this stream. Jeremy, how much do you love these chairs?
Very much. I set it as our background this week, just in case anyone missed it.
I love you, dude.
It's artwork by Herman Miller.
It is artwork. It's very classy.
It's functional artwork.
I mean, they're actually beautiful. Look at the back of these things. Like they are art.
I know.
I mean,
I think so.
some hard surface modeler somewhere put this together visually. Right?
I know.
So
No, we're obviously not hawking product because we don't get anything out of it. But
exactly.
I like to point out good things that I use. And if other people are looking for stuff, then
we are shamelessly trying to get them to send us stuff. Though that's the thing, right? Like,
well, there is that, but
but I have a suspicion that our low double digit viewership is not going to excite them. Could be wrong.
I know, but it's the quality, not the quantity of the viewers.
Drawn Skull, the Xbox acquisition of ZeniMax. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about this too much last week because you weren't here. So let's dig in.
I think it's brilliant. So trivia: when was the last time a console maker won back-to-back console generations? As you guys wait for that, let's wait for that feedback of that.
The crickets.
I will talk about Xbox's decision. EA. So this whole telephone model of you can, if your credit's decent, you can finance the Xbox Series X. You get Game Pass, Xbox Live for like $40 a month. That's insane, right? I mean, and then now they've added, adding all the EA library. That makes all the new Madden and FIFAs will cut. You can get those included. I mean, that's just insanity. I think it's a game changer. That means the next Elder Scrolls 6 will be exclusive to Xbox and PC only. They will not let that come to PlayStation for a long time. So that is a huge move. Sony doesn't have the cash. To your other question, Dronsko, about future acquisition, I have heard that is also correct. Xbox is essentially they're trying to become the Netflix of video game streaming. That's what they're doing with Game Pass. They have the cash power to do things that Sony does not. I personally am a big fan of Sony. I mean, where else can you play a game like Stray? But I think that they are going to have to. That was for you, Jeremy. Yep. They are going to have to. I want something like me. You going like, yes, touche. So I think that those things matter in the sense of how to win the next generation. When you look at Sony's ability to create original first-party content, they crush that. I personally think from a first-party perspective, year in and year out, the Sony family studios create better first-party experiences than the Microsoft offerings. Part of that is that Sony focuses on story-driven narratives, a lot of single-player story-driven narratives, which I think are good. And then the other side of that is that Microsoft is more of that. They kind of evolved out of the Halo multiplayer space, right? The original Xbox. So, in my opinion, this move just makes so much sense on so many levels. Sorry, I heard Xbox. This is not going to be anger so many people that they make Skyrim exclusives. I mean, okay. So the question is, World Order, does a person that loves Elder Scrolls, or if they go to get a PC or an Xbox, if they only have a PlayStation, do you think they're going to get a PC or Xbox? What's the biggest game that you worked on? What is the biggest game you work on that published? That would probably be a mobile game a while back called Mustache Bash.
That sounds amazing.
It hit right. You remember all the little mustache things were taking off and things?
Yeah, I know. There was that like web series or whatever about the mustache aliens and stuff.
It hit at the perfect time, and it did really well. It did really well.
Mustache Bash. That's fantastic.
Yep. I don't know if it's still on the marketplace anymore, to be honest. Let me dig around that.
Mine would be NBA 2K9, which is a while ago. But...
NBA 2K9. Yep. Anyway, sorry back to that question. I think going back World Order, I think that people that like Elder Scrolls are gonna. That's the whole point. You're gonna buy an Xbox. I mean, if that's your game, you're buying an Xbox for it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, especially for something like that with how many hours you put in. Like, That's easily justifiable to buy the whole console for one game.
Oh yeah.
Anybody
Yeah. Well, I actually think. Well, back up though. When you say budget gaming, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like budget gaming hardware? Do you mean just the price point of like 1999 games? What do you mean when you say that? Budget PC gaming, at least.
But if you're a PC gamer,
you get Game Pass still for like $5 a month or $10 a month.
Yeah. And then you stick with the PC, and then you get all the graphics and stuff.
Microsoft has been committed to including PC in their crossplay.
Yeah. But like an Xbox is so much cheaper than even an entry-level gaming PC.
I think that's what he means. I think he means hardware side.
Well, because he's saying a $500 setup. I mean, can you get a computer for $500?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can get a mid-tier. You can get the latest.
You'd have to put one together yourself, though. For sure.
Yeah. No, you're building it, and that probably doesn't include your monitors. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that
well,
sense,
I guess to be fair though, like an Xbox wouldn't include your TV. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Although I'd like to point out that I recommended to Microsoft a year and a half ago that they do what they're doing now with the console, but include TVs, 4K TVs as well.
So, with the financing.
Yep. And at least they did the consoles and that. So I will say that. Not that I was the guy that made the decision or that my single idea drove the needle. I'm just saying a long time ago I suggested
Polar Knights loves your beard.
Thank you, Polar Knights. It's actually I am embarrassed to admit this, but I have ruined my beard. It was Jeremy, how long did my beard literally used to be like it was like
you were aiming for like a whole ZZ Top thing.
Yeah, it's my winter beard. Actually, I'm at the point now where I'm not gonna cut it anymore until after winter, so it has begun the growth.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
What if Microsoft buys something like WB Games or buys back Bungie? I don't know.
They won't buy back Bungie. Bungie won't sell.
Yeah, they don't want to be bought back.
Nope, they do not. That relationship, props to Bungie for keeping that option to get the IP back out. Microsoft, until this current last, I'll say the Phil Spencer era, they had a record of destroying studios they acquired. They are now, I think, being wise and putting people. They're taking the people that have the talent and empowering those people with their capital and marketing arm behind them. That could change, but I think that's what they're doing right now. But WB Games, Warner Brothers assets could totally be a target, 1,000%, and I think that actually
they already targeted them, didn't they?
Well, it's
been rumored.
It's been rumored. WB wants to sell their games division. They've actually closed, I think, most of it, frankly. So, does that include the IPs in that? I mean, yeah, that's definitely a target. There are some other studios that I think could also be primary targets for acquisition for them.
Yeah, Polar Knights, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thank you, Polar Knights. Tried to get my beard. My girlfriend told me if I get a beard, she gets to go. Okay, well, yeah. I can see why you keep it shaved.
Yeah.
It's all about preference, though. Whatever floats your boat.
It's a brand friendly channel, guy.
Yeah. I didn't read the whole thing. One day. Yeah, well, she is just a girlfriend. Just saying.
Relationship advice from CG.
No, my views are not reflected by CG Spectrum.
I don't need that disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Personal views expressed by Ryan and Jeremy are not the views of CG Spectrum.
Oh no, I'm just being silly, buddy. Yeah, no, I think there could be more acquisition. That being said, for the consumer's perspective, there's no doubt in my mind that Game Pass is an insanely good deal. I mean, it is insane. I don't know how. I love to be able to look at the spreadsheet of the financials of how this fiscally works across the board for everybody.
Well, they're just pulling you into their ecosystem, right? Like I don't even know if this is all about the games. This is like getting into Microsoft's world, because that's the whole thing that Apple does. That's their whole shtick, and that Epic is trying to break free of. So Microsoft is now jumping
what
in.
we've talked about before on the stream, I've said this before. Microsoft used Xbox as their best marketing tool.
Right.
It puts Xbox into people's homes, puts the Microsoft brand into people's homes. They have never turned a profit on the Xbox in the history of the 20-year history of Xbox. They've never made a profit. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure that's not selective accounting, or if they just actually made it. Because you can, when you get really large, you can charge certain things and make losses for certain things. And so, anyway, all that to say. I'm excited for the consumer. I gotta tell you, this
all
is
the
smart
Xboxes are just sold in Ireland. I don't know what's happening.
The Xbox game, the launch of these titles, hands down goes to Sony, though, right? In the sense of outside of Game Pass, in the sense of new titles coming at launch, what is Microsoft having at launch? That's like, I should go buy an Xbox. Like Sony has some stuff at launch that I'm like.
Well, that's why I hope doesn't happen with this, that they just get big enough that they can use the size as an excuse to not make anything decent.
I don't think that's the play at all. I really don't. I mean,
well, I don't think that's their purpose, of course, but sometimes that can just happen, right?
Yeah, I know there's been some questions that some of the leadership at Microsoft behind Phil. I think Phil has a pretty good sense that gamers want quality right now. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think so. I think that it's getting too competitive, not just gaming, but entertainment in general. There's too many offerings not to provide a good offering.
Yep. Well, because I guess, really, if you think about it, their competitor kind of is Sony, but it's really the PC. It's Netflix. It's Instagram.
It's
their competitor.
It's no longer just my space. It's all entertainment, right?
Yeah.
It's where do I get eyeballs to pay attention to me? I mean, Microsoft's goal of trying to make the Xbox this like multi-purpose home tool, right? That was his past generation's plan, right? Like you can watch Netflix, you can do all this stuff on it. It's not just a gaming machine anymore. It's for the whole family.
Right.
And now the next Xboxes are essentially, computers. So
right. When the Game Pass is brilliant in two ways. One, because it does provide that value, but two, for casual gamers that just sign up for it, forget about it. It's just a recurring $5, which is low enough that you wouldn't really notice. So I imagine you have a lot of people signing up for that. That just 2 years later, they're like, "Are we still subscribed to Game Pass? Like, I haven't played any games in months."
Well, they add and drop things off a lot, right? The thing about Game Pass currently is, if we look at the Game Pass games, I think that Game Pass Ultimate has some challenges because I think that there are, I think they're missing some offerings for certain type of players, right? They definitely are catering towards a large section of players. But I mean, I have friends that I know right now that there's a couple games on Game Pass, but I don't really see anything I'm crazy about. So now the PC version of Game Pass actually has some pretty cool stuff in it, and I think a lot of people that don't realize that. I'm pulling up the PC list here.
Could Ubisoft be a target for Microsoft? Unlikely.
I for a lot of reasons. Let me pull something up here. I'm doing a little digging around.
Well, we were talking about this actually last week. Not so much about the inner workings of what Xbox is doing, but more about the kind of vertical integration and the consolidation in the industry and how that's kind of happening across most spaces. Like in entertainment, and then now for gaming, you'll have Ubisoft probably will be one of the big ones, and then now Microsoft, and then I don't know if Sony's planning on going on acquiring things, but they'll probably be, or EA is the other big one, right? So you've got you'll have these 3 or 4 just giant super publishers that everybody has to go through.
Yeah, I can't take to EA. I mean, when you talk about Bethesda or ZeniMax, because it's the same group. For those who don't know, ZeniMax is the parent company of Bethesda and id and all those. They are they were the smallest big time player, and they were substantially smaller. Like when you look at the size and scope. I mean, Take-Two did, I don't know. I mean, they're publicly traded on the stock exchange for one. Yeah, I think they have like, I mean, total assets are 4 point. I mean, they're doing 3. That can't be right. I must be misreading this number. It says 3 billion, and that's not right. 3 billion. Yep, it is. So they did 2.6 billion in sales last year. I mean, like, you look at EA. EA is doing 5 billion in revenue. I mean, you're talking $50 billion to acquire one of these guys, right? 25 to 50 billion bucks. It's just not. And they have a deal with EA now where they don't have to worry about it, right? They have EA built into Game Pass. So,
yep. Everybody gets you into their ecosystem for sure.
Yeah, and then Activision did almost $7 billion in revenue. So, I don't know how much you guys know about acquisitions, but acquisitions tend to be based on the previous year's revenue, or a trend of revenue over years, and you amplify that to 5, 10x.
Yeah, projected out over the next 5 years or so.
Yeah. So if I can pull up ZeniMax, let me see if I can pull up they're not publicly traded, so their total equity was 2.5 billion. So you
purchased it 5x basically.
Yeah, a little less.
So for EA or somebody, 20, 25, 20, 30 billion.
The spend on that, the spend on that would be just astronomical, even for Microsoft. So, who I think may end up getting in the game space, which would not surprise me at all, is I could see Apple being like, all right, forget it, let's get on this bandwagon, right?
Yeah, that's true. We've been talking
catch up with questions here.
Although you have Amazon doing that, and they have all the money you could possibly imagine, and they're not really doing a whole lot with it. You
got to hire the right people.
Same with their film, like Prime and Prime Video and all that.
Amazon, to be fair, built studios, right? They acquired the game engine, like, so it's a little different than buying an already greased-wheeled machine. So let's catch up here. I'm sorry, we're a little behind on questions. What did we talk like? Just look at Game Pass. I'd rather buy and own games than pay for an unlimited rental. Okay, that's so case in point. I said earlier. I think there's some issues on what the game opportunities are. That being said, $40 a month for a console and all that's not bad. I mean, like, Ubisoft just fought off an aggressive takeover attempt last year, the year before.
Yeah, doesn't ring a bell. And John School was talking about Rockstar Games. I don't actually know what their size is.
Rockstar's part Take isn't Rockstar part Take-Two?
Yeah, it is.
That's what I'm saying. Take-Two did.
Yeah, they would fall under that.
Yeah, $3 billion in revenue last year. I mean, so they're the third largest publicly traded game company behind Activision Blizzard and EA. They have an estimated market cap of $13 billion. So, yeah, these are substantially bigger players. Vivendi tried.
I don't actually know who all is under Take-Two. It's 2K, Rockstar, Visual Concepts.
I remember something about that. I thought that Vivendi was part of the Activision Blizzard purchase, right? I'm trying to. I didn't think that was Ubisoft. I thought that was. Hang on, Vivendi, which owns Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, searching for game publisher properties, started investing in both Ubisoft and Gameloft. The brothers in charge of Ubisoft and Gameloft, respectively, view the investment as hostile takeover attempts. So they view the investment as that. Okay. Got it. Yep. No, so you're kind of right. Vivendi did a controlling stake in Gameloft. They owned 12.5%. Yeah, so I guess you're kind of right. But they now sold all their shares in Ubisoft, and Tencent has bought bought in their place. So the mega Tencent giant.
Yeah, Tencent will slowly own all of them, and then Microsoft won't be able to acquire them.
No, Microsoft can't buy Tencent. Actually, maybe that. I'm not sure who's bigger. If Tencent's bigger.
Their revenue was 377 billion CNY.
I don't think that. Yeah,
I think that is 37 billion US in 2017.
I'm trying to remember. I think Microsoft is larger, but I'm.
Yeah, total assets is 1 billion Chinese.
Who's the largest company in the world? There's a trivia question for you guys.
Largest company by what?
Everything. Sales, employees.
Didn't Amazon just hit 2 trillion?
Nope. The largest company in the world is still Walmart.
By revenue, right? Or by market cap?
I think everything.
I don't think so. No, the Walmart market cap's only 388 billion. They're way down there.
I thought they were at 529.
Amazon market cap is 1.6 trillion right now. They're like way bigger. I mean, if you were just talking value, I don't know about employees and stuff.
Well, no, employees is definitely Walmart. They have like 2 million. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think it's like 2 million employees. There we go. They're the largest retailer in the planet.
It's a weird tangent. Yeah, they are. 2.2 million employees.
They have 2.2 million employees.
Yeah. Second place is the China National Petroleum at 1.3 million.
Wow. That is insane. I'm gonna say most of that workforce is in America, right?
For Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
So let's just say, I mean, that means they're employing almost 2% of the American population, or something like 1% of the American population.
There's like 350 million people. Yeah, a little less than that, but
that's astounding. That's an astounding number.
Yeah.
Anyway, tangent.
Actually, the largest employer is the U.S. Department of Defense.
By total, well, because that includes the military, right?
Yeah, 3.2 million.
What about the
private employers? Yes, Walmart. Amazon is number 5, and 2, 3, and 4 are all China State Grid, the Chinese Post, and China National Petroleum.
So I would figure like a car maker would be like Toyota or Volkswagen.
Volkswagen, number 7.
Okay. I'm trying to think what else.
USPS is number 10. That's 500,000.
United States Postal Service. How many does Microsoft employ? It's got to be 100,000 or more.
An interesting tangent for this evening.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go.
10 most valuable companies. Yeah.
So there you go. So Microsoft could, in theory, make a deal for Tencent. So the thing with valuation, though, valuation doesn't actually equal revenue, right? Because that's what the stock market values it at.
Right.
And I can point to
like right now, Amazon is currently higher than at least the Microsoft that you posted. So these stats are a little old.
Yeah, I think Microsoft's number 1 in the world now, right?
Microsoft number 1 in the world?
On valuation, I thought I saw that. That may have been pre-pandemic.
This is saying Apple as of July, but
Microsoft becomes the world's biggest company with new $1 trillion valuation.
Hard to find, like, because this changes fairly often.
A lot. Often, yeah.
Because the share prices are so high. Right, first trust trillion.
Microsoft posted 8.8 billion in profits for the first 3 months of 2019. Holy crap. Anyway.
Yeah, this has
Microsoft
Apple. This
buys-
has Apple just ahead of Microsoft, and maybe Microsoft has overtaken it now because this was July.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
Data's
a new one.
September 6th. Cool. If Microsoft buys WB, they'll wholly own Mortal Kombat. Yeah, no, and Injustice, right? That again, that acquisition makes sense on so many fronts for Microsoft. So
it actually
many
does
fronts.
kind of that whole arm that they don't have actually. It's kind of those nice fighting games, the adventure games.
Well, I mean, WB, like some of their game list though.
Plus, they've got all those DC properties and everything. They could use a lot of that.
Well, I don't know how much of that they own versus how much of that's licensed rights, right? Like I'm not sure to break down that. Anyway, yeah, that was a fun tangent.
I think last week I was asking about the difference between private and public companies, so we went on a fun tangent there for a little while too.
Yeah, big difference. So as a private company, I can have as much money as I want and not say anything. As a public company, I have to disclose that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the interesting things too is I'll talk about this too because I know they're like politically in America they talk about Trump's tax returns, right? Personal tax returns. These companies, these large mega groups, they have this really nifty way of we call it creative accounting. Amazon hardly ever posts a profit because they're acquiring and buying and they're doing things so that they're offsetting the profit costs, right? So I promise you all of these guys we just talked about all have creative accounting. Every one of them.
Oh, sure. Then he's got Spider-Man, Xbox, he gets Batman, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so going back to some gaming news, we're going to go over this past week. They wrapped up the Tokyo Game Show. And quick anime tangent. How are you liking the climax of Sword Art Online, Jeremy? How did you perceive the redemption of Kirito from the vegetable to hero?
Kirito. We gotta work
I did
on
it on purpose. I did it on purpose. I watched it.
Kirito.
I was waiting for it.
I was not surprised, I guess. I mean, I like how they kind of wrapped it up, and I thought I'm trying not to like completely spoil it for everybody.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm still watching it, and here we are now.
Oh, where are you at?
Still in the first season.
You got a long way to go.
Not digging it so far. The second half of the first season, kind of.
Oh yeah, you just need to burn through that and get to the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to burn through that.
I liked how it ended, especially with where they left it with maybe what could be next. I was like, oh, that could be fun with him, and I thought they stayed consistent with how I'm trying to talk about this without spoiling anything. They stayed consistent with his whole kind of modus operandi, I guess, for the entire series, I think. And the kind of light, I guess it's kind of like slight nod to the harem anime at the end there, and yeah, overall I thought it ended pleasingly. It didn't, it's not one of the best ones I've seen, but it was a nice wrap up of the series for sure. What did you think of it, World Order?
Silence.
I know, but I was probably about to type if he's
yeah, I know there's a slight
and
delay too.
If you're able to do it without spoiling it, you don't want to ruin it 4 seasons down the line for Ryan.
Yeah, jeez. If I knew where you live, I'd come hunt you down, World Order.
I've not watched the God of High School finale, so please don't ruin that.
Just the name of that makes me just be like, ugh. I know it's great. Everyone says it's amazing. It just
I am pretty excited for how ReZero is gonna finish up. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but it looks like something exciting is about to happen. A little behind on Fire Force though. I was trying to burn through Black Clover, and I did pretty well, but I ran out of steam at 117 episodes.
oh man.
Gonna have to figure that one out to get through it again. But
You know, on the non-anime side of shows wrapping up, one of my favorite shows of all time is wrapping up after 15 seasons. They have 2 episodes to go, and I am
what's that?
Supernatural. Supernatural. You please don't tell me you know what it is, do you?
I do know what it is, but I don't have like a teenage girl watch group to get together with.
It's not. It's
to make it through my CW shows.
It's really horror. Like every time they do a recap, I just forget how gory the show is, and I say it every single season. They do a recap, and I'm like, man, this show's so gory. I don't think of it as a gory show because it's the writing's pretty good. It started off a touch cheesy in season 1, kind of monster of the week.
Stu watches it. I know. I just had to tease you about it because it's a CW show.
Yeah, you're the person who just said, "quote the God of High School." I just watched the God of High School. Ooh, Supernatural. You have no room to talk to me.
Whatever. It's a fight anime, right?
Jeremy getting under Ryan's skin so easily. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Black Clover it's a lot of filler. So I actually got through it pretty fast because I was watching it on my phone, and it's 5 minutes of filler. So they do 2.5 minutes, and then they do like a little recap for another 2 minutes, and then there's a 1.5 minute intro. You can immediately skip 5 minutes. There's also a 1.5 minutes at the end. It's really only a 15-minute show.
Wow,
and then,
that's disappointing.
And then every time there's a reaction, they actually go through each single character and show their reaction. So anytime anything happens and they do that, I just skip through that. So it's maybe 10 minutes each episode. So if you're willing to sit there and just kind of punch through it to get the story, you can make it through it pretty quickly.
Ryan's past constant aliens. Have you seen Raised by Wolves? I have not yet. It is on my list. I am a big Ridley Scott fan. I like Ridley Scott a lot. So
it was good. We talked about that last week then. Right here. I don't think we spoiled it for anybody. We tried to stay spoiler free, but
I am definitely looking forward to it. By the way, for anyone watching, I want to make a Supernatural game. I would love to be part of that process. So I need to reach out. I think Warner Brothers actually owns WB or CW characters. I think it's a Warner Brothers IP.
What kind of game would that be?
A monster hunting game.
Duh.
An RPG action adventure, a horror shooter. I could do all kinds of things with it. I mean, like, you know, a drinking game. Hey, we already do that with the show.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, a show that's been on for an actual television show that's been on for 15 years. It's
impressive. Yeah.
It's insane. Yep. So, anyway, all this to say is I'm pretty sad about it. I've grown pretty attached to the Winchester brothers.
It happens to the best of them.
It does. It is unique because the show's showrunner wrapped up his story and left.
Oh.
And
they're
then
like, we can make more money off of this.
Well, I really, the cast really took a lot with it. I mean, these guys basically grew up on, literally, I think. I mean, what is it? Jensen Ackles is 40 now, and Jared Padalecki's 37, I think. Look at that. Jensen Ackles is 42, and Jared is 38. So they literally have grown up on this thing. I mean, like, Jared was 23 years old, and he's now 38. I mean, he literally, that's astounding.
That's a long
they were in
time.
their mid-20s, early 20s, into their 40s. I mean, like, that's crazy.
Court Order, what are you excited about fall season?
Stranger Things 4 starts back filming tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
The Cowboy
George is-
Bebop started filming again. I'm
George is wide open. What do you mean?
not sure about the cast for that. Yeah, we'll see.
Stranger Things 4?
No, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
You haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, though, have you?
I actually did a long time ago, back in the day. But I have not, because when I was in high school, Cowboy Bebop was just coming out here. Was it 98, 97-ish? I don't remember. It's been 20 plus years ago. It was really big. So back in high school, I worked for what is now basically GameStop. At the time, it was called Babbage's. Electronics boutique. Yep. And we actually were one of the few people to carry anime. And so we had, I think part of the reason I have such a disdain for anime is the type of customers that came in the late 90s looking for anime that we sold. Yeah. Anyway, all that to say.
I'm pulling up what's coming out for World Order here. Because the new season starts pretty soon.
They're doing a new season of Cowboy Bebop?
No, they're doing a live action series.
A live action series?
Live action.
Who's the cast in this?
Exactly. So
I don't even see anything on IMDb about it at all.
It just got announced.
Cowboy Bebop TV 2020. Is this it here?
Yeah, so it's John Cho is going to play the main. Gonna play Spike. I'm not sure if he has the relaxed. I don't know. I'm curious if he'll be able to pull off Spike. That's all I'm saying.
Any stories about anime customers?
Yeah. Right, while you're thinking a safe for work anime story. So World Order, we got Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, new season. There's actually quite a lot of stuff out. Got the Irregular Magic High School, Noblesse coming out, and that was a popular one. A couple fighting ones. These are all in Japanese. This would be hard to. What else do we have? Golden Kamuy 3 is coming out. New season of Moriarty.
Moriarty.
I haven't watched that. It looked pretty good though. Only so much time. There is Crunchyroll's got some exclusives coming out. The movie Burn the Witch supposed to be pretty good. Don't know too much about that one yet.
Burn the Witch.
I think it's just a movie though. What else we got? There's a bunch of stuff. You just head over to anychart.net. You got everything coming out. Crunchyroll, they have one called Onyx Equinox, which didn't really grab me so much. But you know, might not be for me. Attack on Titan, the final season. I quit watching that a little while ago, but still doing that. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, John Skull. I'm a super pumped for Second Extinction. I actually have a dinosaur game that has floundered in its development process that we have been working on for a while. Still actually chugging along on it, but I love dinosaurs. I love the whole thing about dinosaurs, and I think this mutant dinosaur approach is really cool, and I love that it's kind of Left 4 Dead-ish co-op. I think it's going to be awesome. In fact, they just showed this summer there's a bunch of gameplay about it.
Demon Slayer Season 2 is supposed to be January. It was supposed to be this season, actually, but, COVID. Delayed. So, yeah, it's probably a January release now.
Yeah, COVID. We have a bunch of COVID is still dominating my state pretty heavily right now. So.
Still Attack on Titan fan. All right. Yeah, no worries. Final season. So, enjoy.
World Order on the bandwagon still.
I know. I dropped off. I could only make it through 12 episodes of screaming.
that's the guy. The annoying. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, I'm excited for it too. Let's pull up. I know that we're already into the last half of our stream time now. Let's go ahead and pull up the IGN article and kind of go through the Tokyo Game Show.
I got it right here.
Brought to you by Jeremy's amazing computer.
Brought to you by Elgato Stream Deck.
Also not sponsored. Keep up the consistency.
We should be though. We'd be amazing on it.
We would be amazing.
We just weave those products in there
with our nice radio voice. We could get our mentor Scott Bayless to come in, and
I know we could have commercial breaks with pre-recorded. That would be amazing.
Try yourself with the new Elgato. Blah 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 blah.
I know. Brought to you by the Shure SM7B.
Bring yourself to the max. Take your streaming further. You can have those like little catchphrases.
I know. Like what you hear? You too can have this buttery voice.
See how relaxed your streamer you're watching is? You too can have an amazing smooth ride as you sit in a... Anyway.
All right, anyway, here we go.
So Tokyo Game Show. Glad to see it happened. I am super excited for Hyrule Warriors. Like, it's like Dynasty Warriors, but in Zelda. That's all I need to know. I'm pretty pumped at this point.
All right, we are gonna kill this down because we keep we keep getting flagged for copyrights. Oh, advertisements.
Every time I see wrestling, I think of the really bad release they had 2 years ago. With all the awful.
There's a Resident Evil show coming to Netflix as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know. I need to look up if there's a date yet for season 4 of Castlevania. I was reading an article. The Powerhouse Animation says it's the best one they've done yet. So I'm pretty pumped.
That's what every band says. This is our best album ever.
Season 3 was pretty good.
It was really good. The Resident Evil is also an anime as well.
Yeah, I think it's 3D animated, right?
Yeah, it's like the Netflix stuff.
Yep.
Or like the Castlevania stuff.
Oh, and for you, Ryan, since I know you watch anime on Netflix, Dragon's Dogma. We did that last weekend. You get to skip it.
I started it.
Yeah.
I stopped it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the animation or I don't like the art style. I don't like the story. It was the acting. The whole thing was bad to me.
Well, I switched it over to Japanese voice acting with subtitles.
Does that help?
It does help.
Okay,
I mean,
really
the English, it was atrocious in English. I couldn't
it was
watch
bad.
it. Yeah, so I switched over to Japanese, and I did make it through it all in Japanese. But I
want to rip it all and then cast my own voice actress for it. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough.
This looks great.
Yeah, it looks fun. Fun adventure, and I think this is what's gonna happen with the Microsoft acquisition too, right? Because then Western RPGs will be Xbox, and now all the JRPGs will be PlayStation, probably.
Well, this is gonna be Nintendo exclusively.
This one is. Oh well, yeah, for Nintendo.
Just saying.
Yeah, has a nice style to it.
Yeah, the big open world, but also
adventuring.
more action than the normal Zelda. Which is saying something.
Yeah.
It's kind of large scale combat. This looks fun. So yeah, this is one. I don't know about you guys, but this looks great. Like I'm really digging it. It also has kind of a little bit of that Wind Waker feel to it too.
Yeah.
Visually.
All right, well, this is 13 minutes now.
No, we're not gonna watch 13 minutes of this.
No.
This is the official trailer. We should watch this.
Yeah, 2 minutes. I like that.
It is torrential. Is this rain coming through the sound of this?
What's that?
By the way, now I'm hearing like extra excessive dripping outside my home with this rain, and now because of Jeremy, what you told me, I'm all paranoid. I gotta look at my roof now.
I know I'm getting the roof fixed on Friday.
I know. That's why I gotta, I'm still in that 30-day home warranty period. I need to make sure.
I know. I passed. Mine was only over a year, and then it passed up. So
I'm super excited too. I'm working on a very small project with one of our guys, and I think it's gonna be a pretty fun little game.
yeah, it has a fun style to it, I think.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be on Switch?
But I believe so. Yeah.
I do already have a Switch, so
Oh,
play that.
go Jeremy! I still want to see Jeremy play a game on stream. I want to like see Jeremy
You
play
don't
a really,
actually want to
a hard game. I want to see Jeremy play Skyrim or Resident Evil.
If we, well, I guess this was back in high school. I could have played Descent on stream. So I did play Descent competitively.
They have the new Descent, man. We could do it.
Oh, it's been so long. And I played with the joystick and stuff. I don't even own one anymore. And I was like one of those crazy players that had the very like customized, I think it was like the Microsoft Flight Stick or something like that. Or the Precision 2, maybe. I can't remember.
Precision 2, yep. I remember that one.
Okay, yeah. So I had one of those. And I had like customized little things that I'd built for it and everything. It was very specific.
Speaking of Descent, I'm actually... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's been 20 years.
I don't know if they are bringing a new Aquanox game to THQ Nordic is coming out with it this coming like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think the middle of October. And it looks awesome.
I know. See, big glob of goo knows. It's such a good game.
Were we talking about Cheez-Its recently? This one was like creepy Facebook, ads.
What are you talking about? Jesus?
Just the ad on the side of the thing,
I don't know. No, I don't know when the last time I had a Cheez-It was. If it was really tracking me, it would have the Herman Miller era.
Yeah, but by the way, I'm going to point out, you're complaining about, I don't have a joystick. You just bought a Herman Miller chair. You could buy a joystick.
I know, but like I use the chair all the time. To play one game on stream, I'm not going to buy it.
For the record,
they're pretty expensive, right?
Here's what would happen. Here's what happened to you, Jeremy. This is my prediction. If you did it because you spent that much money on it, you would say, I should pull out the old Descent game. And then you would start playing Descent, and you'd be like, Descent 2.
Do they have any servers out anymore?
Yeah, you can still play Descent.
I think I tried, because I played Descent 3 was the one I was really good at. So
I'm gonna look at Descent.
I tried it, man, it was probably like 10 years ago. I tried to pull it up, and I couldn't find a server. I've tried a game called Overlord as a spiritual successor. Yeah, I never tried Overlord.
Overlord's great. That's what I was talking about. Did I give you a copy of that or something?
No.
Maybe we gave it away on stream. I have that.
Huh?
It's sitting at 94% reviews on Steam, by the way. Overlord is.
Well, if it's like Descent, it was a fantastic game.
It is a beautiful version of Descent. And it was given away by Twitch Prime this year.
Oh, wow. It was I played it competitively. That was before it was esports was a thing, really. But everybody had kind of their own little, we called them clans back then. It wasn't like a team. You would be in a clan, and you would join your buddies in an IRC chat, and everybody would get together to do little competitions against other clans. But everything is much more organized now. I think that was before Battle.net came out. So that was kind of a big thing when that came out, that auto would pair you up with different players. Before that was not something you could do. It was all manual.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this, Near Replicant. I don't know if we should watch that on stream.
Let's not.
So we'll skip down here to Dynasty Warriors.
Let's move on to Dynasty Warriors. Exactly. Next up, Dynasty Warriors.
That might be fine, but I have not vetted it yet, so. Watch this ad one more time. Good measure.
Just in case anyone missed the memo of the ad.
Oh, they're talking about the movie The Descent. No, no. We're aging ourselves, John Skull.
Okay, so
there was a series of games called Descent back in the 90s. And that's what we're talking about.
now, if you want to talk about The Descent, though, the book is amazing. The movie,
Let's speak a little bit for this. Get the epicness going. Yeah, so Descent 1 came out in 1995. Apparently, there's a 2019 remake.
wait, there's a remastered version of it?
I'm seeing a video saying Descent 2019 reboot. 2018. But I don't know. Oh, a messy legal dispute puts Descent reboot in nosedive.
I think that's why they made it. I think Overload is the reboot.
Oh, okay. So they just changed the name because of the...
It's all the original development team. They just have the rights to the name.
Right.
See,
Because you needed to keep that. I mean, all right. I think it is on Steam. Man, Descent 1 looks awful now. I don't think I could play that, but
so
I think we could probably manage.
When I was in university, a company came to campus to show off a VR helmet that would work with Descent. I was that close to getting one. 90s VR. Well, hey, look where it is today. I have a VR headset, and all I do is play Settlers of Catan on it.
Making full use of it.
Now it's not a PC. It's like the Oculus Go one. So
Okay.
if I had a PC one, I would definitely be doing like Subnautica. And I'm telling you, my game comes out next month. What's my game, everybody? What is my game next month that I am like through the roof excited about? Does anyone know? I'm gonna give a CD key away. If you can say the name of the game that I am the most excited about, free CD key, Steam key for somebody.
I don't know. I know. Drawn Skull's been in here when you've said it. Deny too.
Mm-hmm.
Ward Order's got to know. Come on. We're waiting. I don't need to watch Battleland Wonderland again. That's crazy. Cyberpunk. Everybody knows everything about that. We got Resident Evil gameplay 4 probably. Deny is asking what the question was. John, not Ghost of Tsushima. What is what's Ryan's?
What is my game I'm so excited for? It comes out next month. We have to watch Resident Evil. How do we not watch Resident Evil 8? Come on.
Because it's asking me for an age.
Oh my goodness, it's Resident Evil. Everyone knows it's supposed to be spooky, scary.
I'm 83.
I'm 83. You look up. I just want to point that out.
That'd be funny if it was like.
Did you? Did you really just say that? Deny?
Yes, he did.
Just kidding.
That is the most exciting game coming out. Thank you, Deny. This is the game that Ryan's excited for.
Yeah!
Oh,
Drawn Skull. There we go.
Drawn Skull.
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Glad to see that somebody actually paid attention.
I know, Deny. Who doesn't want to be a cat in a robot world? It's gonna be amazing.
Deny? Did you hear me?
It's gonna be so good.
You know what I'm scared of?
If I can get a PlayStation 5, but
I'm terrified that it's gonna come out and I'm gonna love that game. Because I have hated on you so hard playfully about it. And I actually been watching some stuff on it and I'm like, this is good.
I
for us all.
Makes me nervous.
Coming again.
Now, not look at this. This looks great. Now, the cool thing on this game is this is supposed to be more about exploration, because Resident Evil has been really linear, and yeah, okay, all right.
Mia.
Look at this. Look at this beauty of a game.
Quit being so paranoid.
Didn't I? Meow.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries. For
So
her
we
father,
read that meow
who
very
was
differently,
hard
Jeremy.
at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold
I had to add some
silence.
feeling to it.
The bushes empty.
So Maxine and I are gonna be playing. We're gonna be squadron
Yet
together.
determined
We've already
to
talked
find
about it.
the
I'm
berries,
pumped.
the
You
rest
guys
would
should do a
flee
squadron
Anita's
stream.
grasp and vanish.
We will.
I will
will.
happily relinquish the stream.
Mother's
You
great
no, you need to be there and,
fast
and
as
be
the
like
girl ran on,
commentary.
over
Look at the
vine
way we
under
see
branch.
Maxine fly by this Death Star
Maybe that's what we could do for our Halloween stream. You guys could be in costume.
and Star Wars.
You need to wear a helmet. Like
I have to
give
buy
us
the
a Star
actual-
Wars like
the-
flight suit. You can be in costume playing Star Wars Squadrons.
I'm sorry. Rewind this a minute. Was that creepy baby child person? Did we just have a creepy baby child person? We did. Oh my goodness. This kind of feels. It was right
Probably.
before. It was like
It's just a
140.
local
You gotta have a creepy baby child person.
Girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
That looks eerily similar to my kitchen.
Resident Evil from Ryan's Kitchen. Is it filled with zombies?
I hope not, because my family is downstairs. So
It's just a local tale.
I'm up here in my noise canceling headphones. Zombies are attacking the house. The family's screaming, and I'm like, squadrons. This looks beautiful. This is going to be. I'm pumped for this.
I know. That was actually my last Halloween I did. Cause when I was in school, because I do film stuff obviously and special effects. So I love getting into visual effects stuff. So one Halloween, I think I was like 14, 15, like we're kind of on the borderline of being too old to go. I did like this crazy zombie costume. I spent like weeks on, like full face makeup and stuff. And little kids were like crying and everything. I was like, no, I can't.
Is there
can't
is
do
there
this.
pictures of this? Do we have video evidence?
No,
Or
there's no video evidence of it.
there's no picture of this thing. Nothing
There's
anywhere.
no picture. It was amazing though.
Chan,
And I had a full
Chan.
like Grim Reaper robe, and I spent probably like 6 hours doing painting my face with this mask, like latex mask thing. It was a good time.
That sounds cool. Nothing like making
But,
little children cry, Jeremy. Nothing like
Well,
making
that
little
wasn't the intent, but apparently it was frightening to look at.
That's just an added bonus.
I know. Plus some, yeah.
Some
Children running
kid,
for me, screaming.
some child,
Yes.
there's some 20, 30-year-old somewhere out there today that is terrified of zombies and has nightmares because of you.
Probably. Well, because I was really
That
tall
is
too.
your-
Because when I was 16,
I
was
know you were like 6'10" or whatever. They're like the giantest zombie ever.
Oh, I know. Yeah, looking back, it was creepy. I could see why it would be frightening for small children.
So for those who don't know, Jeremy, how tall are you?
6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
He's a tall 6'7" too. In shoes, he's 6'8".
Yeah. Shin Megumi Tensei. All right. Where's Shin Megumi Gaming? Is he joining us anymore? I don't know.
I haven't
Oh
seen
my
him. Has he
goodness.
been on?
I don't know if we can watch these.
I'm a little. The anime stuff makes me a little worried. I'm not gonna lie about it.
No.
It has me. It has me concerned.
What does game designer do? Conskull. Tomorrow is your stream.
You can go join Mr. Troy Dunaway.
Yeah. Tuesday. I think
I
you've joined.
actually-
I think you've joined in with him before.
I
Conskull,
think
but
I think I may be.
you gonna join him tomorrow?
I may be. I think I may be with him tomorrow.
Yes.
I need to ask him that. I probably should make sure I have that information now before my day's set.
But yeah, tomorrow. I think he starts at 6 Eastern time. 6 to 8 Eastern time. Tell you exactly what game designers do.
Game designers. Depends on what you're actually doing, to be frank. Game designers do a variety of things.
I feel like Denai's a little bitter about something there. I believe so, John. This is the reincarnation. I'm guessing it's the sequel?
Deny, you're not totally wrong in that, although there's a little more work to it, but... Or you could be like, here's a concept, go make it happen. And then they come make the copy, and you're like, let's tweak this, let's tweak that, let's tweak this.
There you go. New game. Spin-off title.
It looks that's a big one too.
Yeah. I know it's quite popular with the anime crowd. I have never played it, but I've seen a ton of fan art.
No, it's really popular.
Quite popular.
In fact, yeah, I mean, like the Automata or I can't say the word correctly. The one from 2017, it has almost 50,000 reviews on Steam. I mean, it did really well. Yeah. Actually, guys, for those who are curious, I'm looking here. It is on promotional. It's half off until October 7th on Steam.
Huh.
So.
Oh, and they reduced the price for the Xbox Series S in Japan. Because they're.
It's wise because they're never going to sell any. So.
Yeah. We will give you $50 to come pick one of these up.
Has already reduced the price by 20. Oh, 20. Yeah, well.
Oh, Big Bob is gonna join Troy's stream as well.
I'll see you in space then. That sounds like he's gonna join our squadron, and we're gonna have a CG Spectrum squad.
That would be pretty awesome.
I'm so pumped. Yes, John, I'm so pumped for Serious. I love the Serious Sam series. It's excellent.
Oh, they just reduced the price by $28.
Yeah, when I first saw it for a split second, I thought it was like 28 bucks. Microsoft's so desperate for Japanese metal. We'll give you one for free. Just pick it up. Microsoft now the #1 game console in Japan. how to shift a generation of game sales. Give it away.
That would do it. Microsoft Flight Simulator Japan. Nice.
That's right, Big Glob. They will feel our space superiority.
For the medium, I think we've already watched that. That looks like an interesting game. I'm curious to see.
Oh, that's right. John Skull, do you have a Steam account? Because you technically won the Steam game. I think I sent you one before.
Oh, and for those of who are enjoying watching Twitch stream, just saw this today while Ryan's getting the key ready. So there's a streamer on air right now that has broken the record for being on air for over 1,000 hours straight. And he is currently still going. So if you want to head over and watch GP Hustler.
You should pull a stream up for a second.
He has been live for over 1,000 hours.
I'm Travis Scott. This is my McDonald's order. Here's my quarter pounder with lettuce, pickles.
So he's
he's
sleeping on stream and apparently running errands on stream and going to the grocery store, taking his camera with him. Keeps going. Oh, now he's playing games. He's got 100 concurrent viewers.
When I leave, I bring the stream with me. Yes. What up, Porky?
He looks like he's been up for 1,000 hours.
When I leave, I didn't even play that round, and we just qualified. That's great.
There you go, Jono.
When I leave, when I go grocery shopping and stuff like that, I take the stream with me.
And also, maybe he has some exception.
My computer, the ability to update, clean up a little bit, shut down, and stay shut down for about 2 hours. Also, I have not been streaming.
How does he not go to the bathroom? Does he just
I think he's explaining it right now. He came in at a good time.
Modern Warfare on like ultimate graphics, and I'm like pushing my PC to the max all day. I'm trying to.
I'm gonna start a stream. I just watch other streamers real time. My reaction to real time streamers.
Well, there's that show where they just watch TV.
Yeah.
I bet that would actually do all right. Honestly,
That Travis Scott meal ad.
if you did a Twitch stream watching other Twitch streamers commenting on them, especially if you had some kind of shtick to it.
Yeah, exactly. Shtick.
I know. We could be like really horrible people and just go like criticize everyone's appearance or something. Talk about their content. Yeah, so apparently he is trying to go for the next till 2021 to break. He wants to break the Guinness World Record.
So he may have gotten permission from Twitch to do this.
Oh, really? You think so?
If he's going for a Guinness record, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because are you not allowed to sleep on stream?
That is brilliant. Deny. That is brilliant. Just constantly, like never, like
Never.
just like kind of once I get a drink, sit back down. All right, thanks. Like, just don't tell anybody. Just like this guy streams nonstop, 24/7. How do you do that? Do what? Oh, I'm an extra on Android. Sorry,
Yep.
I'll tell you guys that. I don't need sleep.
Well, I'd be curious to see how many subscribers he has. Even because if you're doing all this, but I mean, he's only got 100 people watching him, which is not bad, but it's not a lot in Twitch land.
I actually kind of, now that I'm like set up here, I kind of want to stream again. I kind of miss streaming a little bit.
Well, if you want to set a Guinness record,
I don't have the time.
I will happily give you moral support.
Give it that morning text. You got this, buddy. Keep that streaming up.
You can do it.
I'm going to bed right now to get some good sleep. You have good luck streaming.
Yeah. I just woke up from 8 hours of quality sleep. we could all go to sleep, and then everyone just have their phone there, and they would watch you sleeping on your stream. Be like a buddy, like a built-in roommate.
A built-in roommate.
Yeah. Just there all the time. Because that was his thing. He's like, anytime you log in, I'm here streaming. So there's never like an offline stream. So I don't know who he is at all. Hopefully he's entertaining for being on that long. But yeah, good on you.
So I think
since we're 10:30, I know I was interested in talking about this. The Xbox Series X. People have them now.
Yeah, well, did you see that Phil was trolling everybody?
What are we talking about?
Phil Spencer had an Xbox on his shelf.
Oh yeah,
in July.
Yeah, I did see that. It was the S though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's brilliant, man. Like July 1st, it's just sitting back there. You know that he intentionally was like, do.
Oh yeah. All right, so people have the Series X. Ryan, you said you went through this.
Yeah. So
what do we got?
They're talking about, now this is older titles, so they're not going to be using the same. The technology will actually make newer titles that should load faster, but they're showing the load time differences between the Xbox One X and the Xbox Series X, which, by the way, I really wish that they would have had a better naming convention between the two, a little more.
Incredibly confusing.
Well, I saw on Amazon that like Xbox One X jumped like 8,000% in sales on the day of the release for the pre-orders.
Yeah.
So people are getting these things, disappointingly getting Xbox One X's. So if we scroll down and we kind of talk about the terabyte expansion card, but this is about backwards compatibility and the load time differences between the Series X and the One X. So we'll just kind of go through them here. They put up games like Sea of Thieves, Warframe, Destiny. So they did a collection of those. So COD Warzone takes 21 seconds on the 1X. It takes 16 seconds on the 16X. That doesn't sound like a lot.
Series X.
Series X, sorry.
You can't even pronounce it. I know. I don't know why we can't just number them either. That's why.
I think I just had a stroke. I was like,
I know. That's why PlayStation's getting my money.
That's the only reason.
It's because I can pronounce it. That and Stray, which I can also pronounce.
So Red Dead Redemption 2, that's a pretty big improvement. The Outer Worlds, it's an insane improvement, percentage-wise.
Destiny.
Destiny, look at that. That's a big deal. No Man's Sky, that's a pretty big jump as well. So I mean, these jumps, these are backwards compatibility. So I think that is those are pretty significant jump times. I know it doesn't sound like a lot necessarily to people, but it really is, especially for backwards compatibility.
And if you have a complete lack of patience in your game loading,
which gamers do. See, I'm bad. This is bad for me because I'm that guy. It's like, yeah, I'll be on in a minute, and I'm like, I start to load up, I'll get my drink, I'll go to the bathroom.
I know you don't get that commercial break.
Yeah, now it's like
my popcorn is still going.
I mean, this is a big difference in time. Like you're already playing, you're already on a mission, and the other person Warframe, and the next person's still loading in.
Do you have your 4K TV ready when these come out?
I do. I bought a 70-inch Samsung.
Oh, did you get the one on sale? It was like 60% off one day.
I did. I don't know if it was that much of a deal or not.
They were selling the 75-inch OLEDs for $1,200.
That's what I got. The OLED.
Yeah.
That's what I got. I got the 70-inch though.
Nice.
I think it was like $899 or $900. But yeah, no, I did. I did get that.
Did you pre-order a PS5? I tried. They were sold out.
I tried. I tried to get the Xbox as well. Keyword again being tried.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there ready for it. That's.
I know. Same thing with the new RTX cards. Although you can get the 3090s. I think they're a little too pricey for the bots to go after, but 3080s got snatched up pretty quick.
You know, I'm gonna buy a 3090. Let's just do it right. I should just do it right now on stream. Just boom.
You're gonna buy a 3090 on stream? Nice.
They're all sold out on Newegg.
Oh, well, maybe they are now. You could get them on Best Buy earlier. Even the Founders Edition ones are going for $1,500. Yeah, they have a 75% performance jump.
Ooh.
Over the Titan. It's very impressive. I don't know what that will mean for for rendering and stuff yet. They haven't done tons of tests, but at least the basic like Blender tests and things that I've seen, and then the Unreal stuff.
I can't imagine it does anything bad.
They're blowing it away. Yeah, it's noticeably faster. So the 20 series ones came out. It was kind of like, you get like 10-15% improvement, and these are just like crazy faster over the 20 series.
The RTX 2080 for $1,000.
That's a 2080. You need the 3080.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is like the why.
But you can't buy the 3080s. That's why they're
like,
still going for that much, is because you can't even find them. Maybe I should sell my cards now before they become more available.
Here's a GeForce. The RTX 3090. $3,000. What?
They're already getting scalped then. If we go to Best Buy, right, 3090.
I'm on a Best Buy.
Try it again. Yeah. Oh, sold out. You are right. Coming soon.
You know what would be fun to do is for me to have my wife be on stream and me just buy this and see her reaction when I buy this. That would be a good reaction video, actually. We should do that. Especially if I don't say a word there and I just do it. That would really.
Especially if you bought two with an MV link.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Oh my word. Do you know how much like we don't make that kind of money at CG Spectrum. Let's dropping $3,000 on a graphics card.
Looks like these are coming back. Well, for me, and I know this is still rumors at this point, but I'm going to wait because the they're saying the RTX cards were made with the first gen of the DDR6 RAM, and they only had 1 gig sticks because of like a manufacturing issue. So like for this one, which has 24 gigs of video memory on it, it actually has 24 chips. But they are coming out with 2 gig chips, which will in theory have a lot less power, which will be a lot less heat. So even if they don't release something that is 48 gigs of RAM, which their Quadro cards do have actually, but if they just release a new version with 24 still, but using the 2 gig sticks, that takes less power and, you know, is 5-10 degrees Celsius cooler and more stable. I would probably wait for that, and then by then hopefully this craziness will have died down and people aren't, you know, Bitcoin people aren't snatching up constantly.
Walmart is selling a 3090 for $2,500.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, they did crush the market, John. Not yet though. So, if you want to sell, I think a 1080 definitely you're not gonna get anything for, just because it's two versions old now. But you could probably sell your 20 series cards for a decent amount still.
I have a 2070. The problem is I can't wait. Like
Right.
I can't be without my card for.
Well, yeah, that would be the ideal, is if you had been able to snatch one of these up before they sold out, and then you can sell your other card. But I have 2 cards, so I could get rid of one, but I know a GeForce GTX probably not going for much right now.
I think these scalpers overprice themselves.
Well, somebody wrote a bot to upbid the scalpers. So that's why some of the cards are like in the thousands and thousands of dollars, because somebody they have a bot that's outbidding everybody on them. Supposedly Nvidia said they're going to do something about this, but I don't know.
Nvidia actually made an announcement apologizing that they were sold out before they even launched.
Yeah. Now they just have to make more cards. But something like this is, I don't know. For one, who has an 8K TV to play their games on? Probably a very small portion of people. So this is mostly going to be aimed at graphics professionals that don't need the Quadro. And the Quadro stuff is for very specific things as well. So it'd be if you're doing like virtual production, you need camera tracking, or if you're doing scientific studies or machine learning, things like that. So yeah, they are shiny heaters. I've heard they get quite hot when you're running them.
Yeah.
From the tests that I've seen people doing online. So that's one of the reasons I'm hoping to wait for the new memory. That, and if they release like a 3080 with 20 gigs of RAM or something, which I don't know if that's a thing or not, but even if it's just enough to lower the heat, that would be worth the wait for me, because I don't really need it currently.
But you want it. I'm looking.
I do want one, sure.
I am diving online trying to find one. I'm like, where can I get one?
Anything that makes like loading all these. But the other thing too, I think for me, is like my biggest wait time for when I'm working is like loading the files, honestly. So for me, it's not really worth buying one until I could afford to just do a whole new computer setup.
Yeah.
Because you need like all NVMe drives, hard drives for everything. You'd probably need at least a Ryzen 3050X or something, or if not a Threadripper. The faster DDR4 RAM. Aorus has that crazy NVMe setup. Have you seen that thing?
Yes.
I priced it out. It would be like $1,500 for a 2 gig hard drive.
That's insanity.
But it would write at what, like 15 gigs a second, I think it does.
That's crazy, dude. Oh my goodness.
Or you could just you could do like RAID 1 or something on it, and then you'd have an 8 gig hard drive writing at 5 gigs a second, which is still still manageable.
Yeah, it is. I'm on NVIDIA's website right now. Like, oh, maybe I can buy one here.
No.
They recommend I go to Newegg. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll go to Newegg.
All sold out.
Psych.
Yeah, you'd probably be hard pressed to hunt one down. I know, John. I'm kind of waiting for their kind of pumped up version of it too. Plus, maybe they'll solve some of these heat issues that some people are having. It'd be nice to wait.
I will be on Troy's stream tomorrow for those.
Oh, nice. I know you do need it for your cache drive. So $1,500 for 2 gig cache drive. that would make texturing and Substance amazing.
It really would.
I know. If you had a 3090 with your 24 gigs video memory.
Yeah.
With a 15 gig a second hard drive, that would be fantastic.
How many 3090, 3080s do you think they've sold?
Oh, I have no idea. Do you have those numbers?
No, that's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah, or just by Mari. Yeah, but Mari, you still have to load the files, and you still need the 3090. You could just get away with NVMe drives, and you wouldn't need the crazy setup, but you'd still want it to load fast. Because I'm texturing in something in Mari now, and it just takes a while to load the project. And I'm still loading it off an SSD. It's just not an NVMe one.
I have now lost myself into the like. That's my goal to find.
Ryan's gone off stream now.
I'm done. Goodbye. I'm
down,
done.
He's down the rabbit hole.
I gotta find one. They've got me hooked.
I know.
Okay, so there actually is a theory. So Nintendo does this, right? Think about all the articles about NVIDIA sold out, right? I can't find any data on how many they made available.
Like 10.
I mean, that's literally like we'll give one to every outlet in the world that wants,
Yep. Gigabyte gets one. Asus gets one.
I mean, that's my point. Like, I mean,
EVGA gets one.
I'm on Micro Center. I'm literally on Micro Center's website. That's where this has gotten me to.
Excellent.
What's funny is
and the other thing, you need a PCI Express 4 slot to get the most. Oh, see, I don't have that. You need that to get the most out of it. So it would really be a whole new build, I think, for it to be worth it for me at this point.
Yeah, but just to say, I got
maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's part of our company sponsoring us for all the stuff we talk about. We can get AMD to sponsor a build we could do on stream. I would be happy to do a build on stream for a free computer, and then get NVIDIA to send us a 3090 card. We can test it out with texturing.
Yeah, I love that actually. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I know the heavy assets and Substance will get you for sure, and the write speed would definitely help out a lot for those hard drives. When you're honestly, writing like a 20 gig file every time you save, it slows things down.
I honestly think the 3080 would be fine for me.
I agree.
I mean, like,
are you texturing huge files in Substance Painter?
Duh. Who's the best Substance Painter you know in the world? This guy. For those who don't know, that is a joke.
Have you ever launched Substance Painter?
I actually have used Substance Painter.
Oh.
I actually own my own personal license for Substance Painter. I've had it for years.
Nice.
Although now you don't get the free upgrade; you have to buy the new Substance Painter.
I know, $75.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 gig file is not too bad. Oh, 15 gigs. Yeah. I know. Writing those, it takes a lot of time. So that's for things like that. I think these are totally justified and will definitely help people's workflow out a lot. For gaming, you don't really need a 3090 unless you're doing something that's gonna fill that texture buffer up, which is,
I mean,
8K gaming, sure, but other than that, you're just kind of blowing
right
your money
now,
away for flexing.
right now, there's not really any. I mean, nothing's really using that, right?
Right. Well, by the time something uses it, there'll be a new card out. So
That's true.
Then
That is
just-
100% correct.
then just buy the 4080.
The RTX 6050.
Well, because if they keep upping the memory on them anyway, so by the time the next one comes out, it'll be, it'll have 14 gigs of RAM.
It is astounding the jump in technology that we're seeing, though, right? I mean, like,
Oh, I
it is
know, it's ridiculous.
in like just a short period of time.
Yep.
I really love the first Dying Light game. I did too. Which Resident Evil is the best? The original. Actually, Resident Evil remake on GameCube was great. Was it Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, I liked playing 4 a lot. That was probably one of my favorites.
I enjoyed 4 a whole bunch. That was the one, like for me, it was great.
And the other thing with the 3090s is that they are gigantic.
Yeah, I actually am concerned about the heat output, honestly, in my current case.
I actually, do they have the specs on it? Like some of these aftermarket ones? How big is this thing? Specifications. Am I just missing it? You see the size? I know it's a 3 slot, but I'm curious how wide
I don't see it on there at all.
it is. I don't either.
No, I'll use the Googles.
All right. Some of these look even bigger than 4 and 5. Yeah, I think 4 was my favorite.
Full specs.
Oh, this is they trimmed this one down. That's a 2 slot. Well, 2 slot plus.
PCI Express Gen 4, NVIDIA encoder 7th Gen. I'm not seeing the actual physical. Ah, here we go. It is 12.3 inches by 5.4.
Yeah. So it's over a foot long. So you have to have a huge case.
Yeah, I'm about. See, I got to. I get nervous taking things out of a case, like transferring all the stuff to a new case. I was actually nervous.
And I saw the some people were doing the tests and stuff with them. And they were having to pull their hard drive bays out to make room for it because it's so big.
Check your system compatibility.
That's 5 inches. I mean, that's like,
Dude, I mean that's
I know. That's a. I think this one's probably, 'cause these are both 2 slot cards, and they're, I don't know, probably 2.5 inches. That was probably double the size of one of those.
I mean, I think what's this a disc? Is that 4? Is that right? 4 inches?
Oh, you got me.
I can't imagine. That's yeah. I'm trying. Here we go. I think this is roughly my old broken phone. This is roughly 5 inches, a little longer, I think. That's the width. You know, like
I know that thing is huge. I'm trying to see. Okay, this card right here that I have in my box, the bottom one, is 10.5 inches. Well, the width is going to be the height from the bottom. So these are 4.6 inches. And then it is 1.4 inches height. What's the height on this new one?
I mean,
And I think these are huge. So this is another like 2 inches on the end of this. So this would be hitting my hard drive base. Or it'd be getting very close to the hard drive base.
That is insane.
And this is a full tower. This isn't a mini or a mid. This is a full ATX tower. So it fills up the entire thing. And 3 slots. Yeah, that's a beast. Plus the other issue people are having with it or have not having with it, but have flagged as possibly causing a problem, is the design. This fan, if you plug it in here, blows the heat right onto your CPU.
Oh my word. Good job, NVIDIA.
So there is a fan on the other side pointing the other way. So it'd be, for my case, it'd be pointing it down. So that will suck air up and then out the back. So it blows cool air over it and then out the back of the case. But this one actually just blows it off of the copper right into your CPU. Or if you have another card like I do, although you probably, why would you have two cards with 3090? You'd be blowing it right into your other card.
Which card burns out first?
I know. I love this case. It's great. It was really easy to get everything in there, and the cable management is nice. But man, that's a big card.
That is. I'm looking at this. You mentioned the Phonetics 719. Looks pretty. That's a pretty killer looking case. I definitely need to get a bigger case though. That's gonna be my hold up here.
Maybe we should just do we could do a hardware stream.
We should convince the higher ups that we need to build our PCs on stream, strictly for stream purposes.
Strictly for stream purposes, that would be good. Oh, that is a nice case. I can't remember which one this one. I have a Fantex case, but
yeah. To answer your question, just I don't know if you're looking for up and coming, but current horror games, it's a little older, but if you have not played Alien Isolation, it is insanely good. I also liked Metro Exodus. The Blair Witch was really good. Also a Game Pass title, I believe. I'm trying to think what else I have in here.
This is the one I have, John. The whatever that is. The PHES 614 TG or whatever. Yeah, it's a full tower.
But even yours won't fit it.
I think it would fit it, actually. It would go right to the edge, though. It would be right up against the hard drives. For sure.
Now I'm like, man, this is not... See, this is the stuff I don't need to be doing. I don't need to be looking at new tech and hardware. Because I'm like,
I do need a new computer.
I just upgraded. I should upgrade again. I just bought a new house. Might as well get a new computer while I'm at it. Just,
why not?
You know, why not? A lot of reasons, frankly, but why not? Man. Yeah, so...
Well, this took a weird turn for this evening, but thanks for hanging out with us.
Definitely enjoyed everyone hanging out with us, and hope you guys
we got to talk some hardware.
We should do it. Next week should be a hardware stream. We should
do a hardware stream.
We should do it. We should build the ultimate PC on stream. One of those like my PC part pickers.
Oh yeah, that's true. We could do a virtual build. Do they have any ones like with the Lego one where you can like see it coming together? That would be super cool. I doubt anyone has done that though.
Maybe. There's a program we should put together.
I know, that would be really neat. You could like visually see what it would look like when you bought all the parts.
Yeah.
The problem is it's super easy to just build like a dream machine though. So we would need to talk about like what we're actually going for, or if we're trying to hit like a certain budget.
Yeah. What we could do is we could build one for like gaming. We could do one for, you know, if you're rendering, like, you know, because there is some pretty big differences, frankly.
Yeah, but like you could always do 128 gigs of RAM on a 64 processor Threadripper with two 3090s and an NVLink. I mean,
why not?
With an Aorus hard drive setup and
the ultimate build, man. The ultimate.
What would that cost you? It'd probably run you 12 grand.
12 to 15. If you like count, if we add like the, you know, the monitors and the whole rig, like.
Oh sure. Well, of course you need like, well, depends if you're gaming or not, but we could do dual 49-inch LGs stacked on top of each other, and since you have two 3090s, you could do four of them.
Get the 10 to the full circle we talked about before.
Yeah. Well, and then you could do a double ring all the way around. All right, maybe we'll do that for part of the stream next week. We should price that out. And build a normal computer someone might actually want to buy. We do get a lot of questions in Slack about like what people should be buying. So most of that's definitely more budget related, but we could definitely take a look at that. And the chair. Oh, well, we know what chair.
We need to create some. We need to create like premium. Like we need to do like the like the premium, the high end, the middle. Budget. Just say it. Just say your chair. Just go ahead.
I don't need to say it. It's on screen. It is the background.
But I don't see the name of it anywhere. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is it? Just the black chair?
Herman Miller Embody chair. Herman Embody Logitech Embody gaming chair.
I feel chair inferior now. I keep looking at this Herman Miller and I'm like, oh man, my chair's lame.
I know.
No, my chair's not lame, but
it's
I feel
beautiful.
like it's lame. It's okay.
They do.
It's okay.
They do have a Herman Miller Logitech Aeron version, but it doesn't quite have the panache.
I mean, look at the stitch work
does.
on this thing. It's amazing. Just.
All right. Yeah. Next week we'll do some hardware. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then we should do we could do real reviews every once in a while too. I think that would be a good time.
I agree. I actually agree. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Jono, I'm actually really liking that case. I'm glad you mentioned that case because I have not run across that, and it's looking really good.
Oh, they make nice cases. These Fantecs.
I know they do. I hadn't seen that one. And,
yeah.
I like that. I'm getting this. This is dangerous. This is like Jeremy sitting on that Herman Miller too long. He's been thinking about it. What does he do? Add to cart.
Yeah, but there's actually a story around that actually makes it make more sense. I've been talking about getting a new chair for a year, and I was actually looking at the Herman Miller Embody chair, the normal one, and I was like, I'll just hold off. And then this came out, and I was like, maybe not anymore.
We honestly spent enough time on our chair that's honestly worth it, right?
I know.
I mean, so
it wasn't just because we've been talking about it. It's been something that's been on my mind for quite a while.
I know, but it makes it sound better if I can.
That's true. I just stared. It was so amazing.
But no, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Polar Knights, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Yeah, but we had a great time as always. We appreciate you all. Remember that you guys matter. We are glad that you guys are here with us.
Yeah, the 719 it's a sexy case. I'll give that to it. Looks nice. Well designed.
It does. That may actually get purchased. That may really actually happen.
Well, you do need that for your dual 3090s. So
I do. Full disclosure, I'm already thinking makeup brush kits for the wife. How do I offset this? No.
$3,000 in graphics cards. Those are going to be some nice brushes.
Have you looked at high-end makeup brushes?
I know. You could probably spend $3,000 on them. So, there you go. You've got your plan.
Yeah, there we go. There's just there's a couple months of my salary down the drain.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for messing around with us for 2 hours. Tomorrow we'll be back to your normal programming with Troy talking about important topics. Troy and Ryan talking about.
I think we're talking about game publishing tomorrow.
Oh, game publishing. Yeah, that'll be a good one. So.
The area that I actually know the most
about. Join in
and
check out the rest of the art streams the rest of the week. And Tyler is filling in for Brandon for this month, so definitely check out his concept stream on Thursday.
Yeah, definitely stop by and give him some love. It'd be great.
He's doing some cool stuff. All right, thanks again, and see you next time.
Have a good night, guys.